That'll work. Thank you for turning the, what are these called? What the fuck is this called? No, not reeds. Besides reeds. I need all of you to yell simultaneously or I'm never going to understand. Yes, that's what they're called. Thank you. Okay, can we form a circle in the center of the room as large as we possibly can for a dance contest? I'm going to take the low end out of the mic because I feel like it would just benefit all. Alright, cool. And is there any way I'm just gonna angle these.
I can do it.
We can turn those other ones off. We'll save those for a special occasion. And I guess this is the hawk and the reed. That makes sense. All right, I wonder if this was here, and they were like, you know what, I've got the perfect name for the place. Because I think this used to be a store that sold large decorative metal pieces made out of bicycle chain. I'm pretty sure that's what this place was in the past, in antiquity, back during the Connecticut-Pennsylvania War, which is true. That's not a lie. I mean, the part about it being a store that sold that shit is a lie, but that war is real. Can we get you to the center of the circle? Yes. Please come with this person! And quick at you, you're wearing like it has some fringe at the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, this other person! Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a dance contest. Rule number one, sassy as fuck at all times. I mean, like, you know when you see one of those Tweety Bird shirts for some, you know when Tweety Bird transitioned from being like, I don't want to be eaten, to like, you better not talk to me before I have my coffee. Like, we're thinking like that era Tweety Bird, not the like, please don't eat me, I'm a tiny bird, to just like, oh, you don't know where the paperwork is, you're in big trouble, I'm Tweety Bird on a t-shirt. That's the Tweety Bird we're going with. Rule number two, when the current dancers are done dancing, you're going to pick the next contestant to replace you, so on and so on and so on. I know what you're thinking, like, well, Dan, how long do I do this for? That's an excellent question. I would say about 5 to 10 seconds. And I know you're thinking, like, Dan, time's not real, it's just a construct. And I was like, I know, I used to be on Tumblr, but I'm not anymore. Time is real. 5 seconds is short. So do your best, like, what is love? And then pick someone to replace you. Rule number 3, if you get picked, you have to do it. If you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. I just wouldn't be anywhere near the perimeter of the circle. Rule number 4, dances as if this side of the room exists in a world where Game of Thrones was in a universe devoid of the patriarchy. This side of the room dances exactly the same. Is everybody ready? I've been on tour in a while since Game of Thrones was on the air, and that made a lot more sense to say, but now that the show is no longer on the air, but it still exists in a world riddled with patriarchy. So maybe, I'll come up with a new, next time I'm in Greenfield, I 50% promise I won't reuse that thing. Alright, this song is called Change Your Life. And there we go. Please play. Alright, so imagine it's like 1984 and you're like, do you ever see the band The Prodigy? Like a photo of the band The Prodigy? Like in 1984, they would have been like, maybe like 12, I think. Yeah. Enthusiasm about that meeting. So like, imagine The Prodigy are, they're all getting together for the first time and they're like, oh, I don't have any zip drives and or weird archaic synths or computers, but maybe we can just dance. So imagine like you're the proto members of The Prodigy, maybe you're just The Prodigy's friends. That's it. I want to be more the director that I don't want to tell you how to dance, I just want to let you know how you could dance, if that makes any sense. And I've got sweat on my trackpad, and now it's like, oh, you want to click all over the place at the same fucking time, except for where you want to? Thank you very much, everybody. All right. Lights stay on. Goodness, I wish fingers didn't sweat. Okay, in the meantime, while I let my fingers sweat, could we split the room down the middle with half of us on this side of the room and half of us on that side of the room?